Today, we're going to go over how to complete the annual renewal for your ABWM certification. The first step is going to be to visit our website at abwmcertified.org, shown here in the top of the search bar. Once you've reached our website, click on the account login button to get to the page where you log into your online account on our website. If you have trouble as far as you don't remember your password or something similar, just use the forgot password function on the website. Unfortunately, we cannot reset it for you, and we don't know what your login credentials are at that time. So you're the only one that can reset that. Once you've logged in, you should land on this page right here under the My Credentials tab. If you happen to be on a different tab, simply click on the My Credentials tab here, and you'll see the annual renewal workflow listed on the left-hand side. So if you're not under the Show Active ones, just make sure you click on Show Active Only. We're not interested in previous workflows you might have filled out, such as a retest or a first-time application or even a previous renewal. So Show Active Only. It's going to show any workflows that are incomplete. We're only concerned with the renewal. You might have a 10-year recertification application, for example, listed here as well. That will be something in the future. We're only looking for the renewal. With that being said, make sure you're clicking on the one that actually says annual renewal and not one of the other ones that you might have if you have any. Just want to make sure that we're on the right one here. So annual renewal. And then depending on the certification you have, this is obviously going to reflect that as well. The first step is the continuing education step. You cannot pay the fee until you've completed this step first. So the fee step will appear once we've completed this step. So go ahead and select it on the left side here if you haven't already. And then you'll see the two steps that you need to complete on the right-hand side with some information here about our late fee schedule and a link to this how-to video that you are watching right now. The first step is an information update. So we just want to make sure that we have the most correct contact information for you. And if you participate in our online registry, make sure that information is completed as well. So we're going to go ahead and complete now. You don't have to edit anything in here. If you don't have anything to edit, you'll simply scroll to the bottom and submit. This is going to be your permanent mailing address that we would use for any ABWM related business. It's going to pull up what's currently on file, so simply click on the fields and update them if need be. Otherwise, you can move along to the next section here, the directory. If you do participate or don't participate, or you haven't had the opportunity to select this function, you can do so here. So we have under the map on our Find a Specialist page on our website, we have an online registry that's directly linked to Certemy, and the information you enter in here is what the public can see. So if a patient or a public-facing side of the website, someone's looking for a wound certified individual, this is the information they will see. So just click on the drop down here. You're going to select yes or no. Some folks don't want to be listed there, which is fine. So just whether it's no, then just hit no. If it's yes, then please go ahead and update the information here if need be, or add it. You might not have any information previously, so this is the information that we list on that registry. Once you've done that or updated, then you just hit continue, confirm, and you'll see this step now says completed. Next, we want to move to the continuing education section. We require 6 hours of wound care related CEUs to be completed each year for the renewal. Completing more than 6 hours is not necessary for our purposes. Of course, you can add more than that, but we only need 6. If you're part of the exam committee, you'll see that option listed up here, where when you select that, it automatically gives you your 6 hours and you'll attach the letter that you were provided. Otherwise, most folks are going to be here under the continuing education courses section. You're going to do an entry for each CEU that you have up until the 6. So if you have 6 1-hour courses, you'll do an entry for each one. If you have 1 6-hour one, you'll do one. So for the interest of time, we're just going to do 1 6 hours. What was the activity title? Where was it obtained? What was the date? And then you're going to browse your device for the proof. So whether it be a digital certificate or a photo of a paper certificate that you took, or a scan or a transcript, whatever proof that you have that just indicates the completion of the CEUs that you're listing up here, you're going to provide that. The website is mobile friendly, so you can use a smartphone or tablet to complete this. So for folks who might have a paper version, that's why I mentioned a photograph. So if you logged in on your smartphone or tablet, you could take a picture of that certificate and upload it here. Otherwise, we're going to hit the browse button. It's going to bring up your file explorer on your computer. Just click on the proof that you're wanting to upload, and you can do that here. Make sure it's the correct file. We have had some folks uploading unrelated items, so just make sure you're clicking on the right file that you wish to upload. If you need to delete anything, you can just do that here and complete this step over again to add the correct file. Once you've reached 6 hours, you're going to get this warning here just letting you know that you've reached the 6. Do you want to continue or do you have more to add? Like I said, there's no point in adding more than 6 because we don't require it. So simply hit continue here once you've reached the 6. And that completes the continuing education step. Then we want to click to back to my credentials, and you'll notice an arrow has appeared here. We've completed both steps here. We want to click this next arrow, and it'll move us on to the fee payment step. This is the final step in the renewal, and there's only one step for you to complete here, which is the fee step on the right-hand side. So just select that, and you're going to hit pay fee here. If you're paying with a card, you put in your name, the card number, the expiration, and important to note, once you've added these two, the security code field will appear. So payment won't go through if you haven't added the number, the expiration, and the security code. This is where all card payments are made. There's no other way to submit the card payment. So just keep in mind, if you have an employer or facility that's paying, if they're paying by card, it's still going to be using this pay fee card function. If for some reason you have to send a check, which some folks do through their employer or facility, just use the third-party payment option here to provide us with the check details, just like sort of the number, the check number, who it's going to come from, maybe the name of the company or facility, and roughly when we should expect to receive that, so we can keep an eye on that in the mail. Please don't use this section to simply tell us who's paying, or, Joe Smith from accounting. We don't reach out independently for payment, so that won't complete this step. So you're only really going to be using this third-party payment option to provide us with check details if that's how you need to pay. Once you've paid, this section will be complete, and it'll move on to the final review here, which, as you see here, is an internal step that we complete. We just review that all the steps have been completed correctly, and then we will approve the renewal. Once that's been approved, you can go to the digital wallet section here, and you'll find a new certificate that's been generated. That's your proof of certification. You'll also have a receipts tab. So the minute that you make that renewal payment, the receipt will appear in the receipts tab. And then any CEUs you've uploaded will appear under the education tab. For any of these files, so for the receipt, let's say, or this certificate, if you need to view that or provide that to anybody, simply scroll over here to the side of the file that you wish to download and click the 3 dots icon, and that'll give you the function here to download that file.